brothers and sisters, and welcome to The Last Ego on Earth. My name is James Scott Shoemaker, and tonight we are going to head into our blue book once again from the Foundation of Inner Peace. We are in the Workbook for Students. We're on page 43, lesson 28. Above all else, I want to see things differently. This is really cool, guys. You know, lesson 28, we're starting to get into some deep things. We are asking and starting to understand, I think, this concept that we are not seeing correctly in the world. So Jesus wants us to remember that now we can start asking to see it differently. I like to think of it as we are maybe staying in a hotel, like our mind is a hotel, and we call the lobby, and in the lobby, Holy Spirit or Jesus is there, or both of them, and we can call and say, "Hey, my room service, my air's not working in my room. Could you please come up and fix it? Or I need something to eat, or somebody above me is being too loud. Can you please help me?" I kind of like to think of it in that way. Just that we can always call on them and they'll be there. They're always there, just waiting patiently for us to let go of any upset that we have. And of course, when we are ready to see things differently, they're gonna support us. They're gonna support us in that every single time, because that's the whole purpose of the atonement, is for us to let go of the false self and return to remembering that we are love, and that's all we are, and that's the only truth there is. The false world will fall away. So we, above all else, I want to see things differently. So I just want to remind you guys before we get started, I'm here to be your guide, your buddy, your brother. I might stop throughout this and give you my explanation or my interpretation of the course. And if we get this together, we get to walk home together, and that is a beautiful, beautiful thing. All right, guys, I'm going to go ahead and start reading here on page, once again, 43. Above all else, I want to see things differently. Today, we are really giving specific application to the idea for yesterday. In these practice periods, you will be making a series of definite commitments. The question of whether you will keep them in the future is not our concern here. If you are willing, at least to make them now, you have started on the way to keeping them. And we are still at the beginning. You may wonder why it is important to say, for example, above all else, I want to see this table differently. In itself, it is not important at all. Yet, what is by itself? And what does in itself mean? You see a lot of separate things about you, which really means you're not seeing at all. You either see it or not. When you have seen one thing differently, you will see all things differently. The light you will see in any one of them is the same light you will see in them all. That's pretty powerful, guys. You know, we start seeing everything as one giant part of the mind. When you say above all else, I want to see this table differently, you are making a commitment to withdraw your preconceived ideas about the table and open your mind to what it is and what it is for. You are not defining in past terms. You are asking what it is, rather than telling what it is. You are not binding its meaning to your tiny experience of tables, nor are you limiting its purpose to your little personal thoughts. You will not question what you have already defined. And the purpose of these exercises is to ask questions and receive the answers in saying, above all else, I want to see this table differently. You are committing yourself to seeing. It is not an exclusive commitment. It is a commitment that applies to the table just as much as anything else, neither more nor less. You could, in fact, gain vision from just that table if you would withdraw all your own ideas from it and look upon it with a completely open mind. It has something to show you, something beautiful and clean and of infinite value, full of happiness and hope. Hidden under all your ideas about it is real purpose, the purpose it shares with all the universe. In using the table as a subject for applying the idea for today, you are therefore really asking to see the purpose of the universe. You will be making the same request of each subject that you use in the practice periods. And you are making a commitment to each of them to let its purpose be revealed to you, instead of placing your own judgment upon it. We will have 6 2-minute practice periods today, in which the idea for today is stated first and then applied to whatever you see about you. Not only should the subject's matter be chosen randomly, but each one should be accorded equally sincerity as today's idea is applied to it, in an attempt to acknowledge the equal value of them all in their contribution to your seeing. As usual, the application should include the name of the subject your eyes happen to light on, and you should rest your eyes on it while saying, above all else, I want to see this blank differently. Each application should be made quite slowly and as thoughtfully as possible. There is no hurry. All right, guys, there we go. We've got lesson 28, above all else, I want to see things differently. Like I said before, Jesus is just getting us to see everything as not separate, and also not giving the meaning that we want on these subject matters. This goes back to the very first lessons of the course, that we want to see. We don't know what everything is for. Now it's time to start asking Holy Spirit or Jesus to help us see things differently. And just through that table and letting that judgment go upon that table is freeing our mind. And I know it's wild. It's a wild thing, but it's true. It makes life so less heavy to just allow things, and it takes the specialness out of them. All right, guys, I hope that found you well. I know that it did for me. We're going to head on into lesson 29 next, which is God is in everything I see. And that's beautiful, right? All right, guys, peace be with you. I love you, and I will see you guys on the other side. All right, guys, take care. Oh, one more thing. Feel free to leave comments below. I love speaking to my brothers and sisters about this. If you have any questions about it, any experiences on your own about the course or this lesson, I would love to hear them. I love it joining with you guys and having conversations because, like I said, it strengthens the connection between us, and that's what the whole atonement's about. All right, guys. See you next time. Bye-bye.
Prepare yourself from the birth to the dirt. Prepare yourself for all it's worth. Prepare yourself from the birth to the dirt. Prepare yourself, the last ego on earth. Prepare yourself from the dirt to the birth. Prepare yourself from the birth to the dirt.